Okay, this is a week 6 PHP. Um, I'm going to go over the practice lab, which, just a reminder, does not need to be uploaded to your external site unless you want to. You don't have to. The only one that needs to be uploaded is the homework. The practice lab goes over um, uploading files into a web server, which is used a lot within websites, uploading pictures, uploading files, things of that nature. So I want to go over that first. The example here, it's found in this link here on the example. I'm just loading another tab. I'm going to browse out and find a file here. I'll do this PNG file. I'll upload that. It says it's been uploaded successfully. I'm going to go to my server now to see. Go into my uploads. And there is the signature file just uploaded this morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. So let's look at the code on that. So the first is just a simple form. Go back and look at that form here. Choose to upload a file. It's got a text box, a button, two buttons, a browse, and an upload button. So it's encapsulated in HTML. It's just a form, simple form, saved as HTML. Don't really even have a HTML tags wrapped around it for this example. But one thing you might note is on the form type, it's called ENC, encapsulated type, multi-part form data. This is because we're actually using anything in file uploads needs to have this encapsulated type as the form ENC type. The action is uploader.php, which we'll look at in a second, which we've done already this semester, and it's a method post. The first field is a hidden field called max file size, and it's set to here. Let's see here. 3, 6. I'll bring it down a little bit more from what it is there. There we go. 10 million. Is that right? Yeah. 10 million, and that's in kilobytes. We'll leave that as a file size, that's fine. And then choosing to upload a file, we have another input name, input field. It's going to be a text box. This one's not going to be hidden. The name is going to be uploaded file. The type is a file type. That's going to be the browse one. It's got a BR tag. Input type submit. This is the upload tag for the upload file. And then form. Okay, going back to the file size, this is rated in bytes, and so this would be roughly 10 megabytes you're looking at here. And you can go online and go to bytes to megabyte converter to find out the size. 10 megabytes is generally a good size to start with. So once they submit this file here, then it goes to the upload file. Remember, on the first thing we need to do in this file is determine the path of the upload folder. One of the things you have to do on your file server is make sure, specifically when you're doing this on the local development, that you have write rights to this folder. Everyone does. and then you should have no problem. Externally, you might have some issues on host. You just need to make sure that it have write rights to this. The browser has write rights to this folder. And then the target path is a target path. And then this here is the name of the file brought over, which is going to be the upload file name. This is actually brought over from the form here, the uploaded file, and the name. Has been uploaded. Now this is going to be the extension. The name is actually going to be the extension of the file. If it does have an issue, meaning security rights, usually that's the case on this one, it will tell the user there's an error in uploading. And that's about it. And so that's the uploading lab. Let me show you a practice lab. Let me show you again the server example here where it's located folder wise. Here's my week 6 one you guys are browsing out for the example. There's the index.php, the uploader.php, the uploads folder, and what I did for rights on this one was made sure that the everyone user has read-write rights to that folder. And even in the Windows environment, you're going to have an everyone user as well. Admin for sure is going to have read rights, but make sure everyone also has read rights as well. And if you do have a system user, making sure it has read rights as well to that folder. And then once they upload the files, it's going to put it in that upload folder directory. The next one is the, going back to the class site, is the homework for take home. You're supposed to read the PHP site here. The exercise is to read and complete the exercise from below URL, where you see exercise working with indexed arrays and exercise working with associated arrays. There is a, if you do get prompted to download or have files to download, don't do that as always. There's files here to download to start with. You'll create a folder, week 6. Once it's working locally, upload and link the exercise week 6 to your web page. Let's look at the working example of that one here. So we've got a color table, array, a single dimensional array, and then a multi-dimensional array here, color table as well. So let's look at the code on that one. The first is a color dimensional array. Arrays in PHP is a little different than other programming languages, but because you don't have to initialize your declarations like you do in other languages and populate them. It's pretty simple. For the single dimension array, declare here a variable called favColors, and with this statement here, we've declared it as an array. favColors is an array. Then from that point on, we can add to infinity, basically, starting with a 0 count, as many arrays as we want to. We have a left and right bracket here. Looks like a box, but it's a left and right bracket. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To the right of the equal symbol in quotes is the name of the color that we're putting in there. And then it says here on this in the table itself, what they're doing is we're going in here and creating a table tag, and what it's doing is for every color as color, it's going to echo a tr tag, which is a row, bg color, the color, starting with blanched almond down to papaya whip. And then it's also going to throw the color in the cell to read. So BG color is going to be the actual color, whatever that is, and these are just simple web colors. Now, this part here, fave color is color, this is just a way to explode an array. This could be whatever we want it to be. It could be colors, it could be your colors, it could be table colors. So it's just exploding it throughout 0 through 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Then the next is multi-dimensional. A little bit more to this, but not much. Again, declaring an array. This time, taking and putting in the actual left and right bracket the name of an array equals a certain code. In this case, it's going to be a hexadecimal for color. So in this case, we're actually declaring two-dimensional array. This will be the first dimension, the second dimension. And again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a 1 border again as above. We have this time 2 columns, a color name column and a hex code column. Now this one's a little bit different. Notice here is a for each. Fave colors as key pointing to item. And let's look how this is blown up here. It's going to blow up in a row, and each row is going to have a key and then also an item. Okay, the key is going to be this here, and this is going to be the item. So the BG color is going to become the key. So let's go ahead and look at the live example here. Hex code all the way down. So on the first column is going to be key, second column is going to be item. Key is actually used to actually populate the color as it is on the first example. So this field is actually going to be used. It's just showing you what the hex code equivalent of that is in this column. So that's multi-dimensional. Again, single dimensional, multi-dimensional. The difference between the two, on the first single dimensional, you have one variable blown up into another variable and a for each. That array is going to be blown up. In the multi-dimensional, you have another for each, but it's going to be that original array as whatever name array you want to, and then pointing to the item within that array, which is this one here. Okay? So going back to week 6, make sure to do your reading for your practice lab. Goes over some more arrays here. And then the file load upload is just for your practice only. You can upload that, as I said in the email last weekend. All of the things you'll be doing in the practice lab will actually help you when you get to the week 12 or 13 when you begin creating your final site and implementing things you have learned in the practice labs, not only just in the homework. Okay? And then the homework, when you're finished, as always, you're going to submit it to your external site on week 6 lab. And that'll be it. If you have any questions, give me an email. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next week.